Hey everybody, it is India with Bags and Lifestyle. Thank you so much for watching this video. It is time for guess what, you guys? You can't see me, but I'm stomping my feet on the floor. It's fashion news time because we got our notebook over here and we got our little trusty fashion file makeshift microphone holder. Let's go ahead and get started with today's topic. Do you know what Jacquemus and the beauty powerhouse L'Oreal have in common? I'll give you a couple seconds. Let me know. All right. L'Oreal has purchased a minority stake into Jacquemus. And you're probably wondering, oh, is L'Oreal trying to get into the fashion business? Let me share a little bit of information with you. And as always, the links to the articles that I'm talking about will be in the description box down below. They have formulated a long-term partnership with an investment taking that minority stake into Jacquemus, and that is because Jacquemus is trying to expand and compete with other fashion houses. What is interesting is this article talked about when Jacquemus was founded, which I did not know this, but it was founded by Simon Port. I think that's how you say his last name, in 2019, and he was only 19 years old. Crazy, right? And what is really rare is the fact that this brand, Jacquemus, still remains independent to this day, or at least at the time that I'm recording this video, which is very rare. And with that partnership, if you think about some of my other videos that I talked about in fashion news, if you haven't seen them, make sure you check them out. And also when you're thinking about luxury price points, where the biggest selling points for luxury houses have been handbags and shoes, things like that nature. And as the prices have reached the $2,800 mark, the $3,500 mark, and so on, it has been pricing people out, whether it is by choice they've been priced out or by force these people have been priced out. And I've talked about how different fashion houses have expanded to experiences, whether that's opening up a cafe or restaurant. And yes, the price points for those cafes are more expensive as well, where you may pay $25 for a dessert, but $25 for a dessert versus $3,500 for a handbag, there's a big drastic difference there. You've also seen in recent years where a lot of fashion houses have expanded to beauty products, whether that's perfume, you usually expect that, but a lot of them have expanded to makeup as well as jewelry. But I would say mostly you've seen a lot of makeup and skincare is where a lot of fashion houses that didn't used to make those products now make those products. And it makes sense that they have partnered with L'Oreal. I also thought it was interesting that in that Beauty Matter article that I'm talking about, which will be linked below, where the Nicholas Harmonious, I think is how you say his last name, he is the CEO of L'Oreal. He mentioned that they are not interested in getting into the fashion business. He went on to say in that article when they quoted him that he said L'Oreal wants to stay where they have been thriving. They know beauty. So why not partner with a great, edgy, independent fashion house? You have a beauty company that has been there for decades and knows what they're doing, and they're going to partner up to do something special. I think it is going to be a really good move for Jacquemus. I'm excited to see what they come up with because they have some good, cool, fresh designs, and they find a way. Simon finds a way to remain relevant, true to the identity of the brand, but always come out with something fresh and new. So, can you imagine what those, like, if he comes out with makeup products, what the casing for the makeup is going to look like? That is going to be so cool. Like something like a cool makeup product like Guerlain came out with last year, I want to say, with their makeup holders, or even Carolina Herrera has done a good job with their makeup pieces where you can personalize them, something of that nature. I think will be very cool for Jacquemus to jump into. So we'll have to see in the future what they come out with. Let me know your thoughts down below about this partnership. and if you will be looking out for something to buy from this partnership that they're doing. We are going to talk about a purse blog article with a brand that I've talked about before. But before I do that, make sure you hit the like button right now. Go ahead and do that, please, as well as throw a comment down below. Engagement helps out my channel so much, and I would really appreciate it if you help me out by hitting the like button and then also doing some extra credit by throwing a comment down below would be greatly appreciated. Now, if you are new here, let me just let you know that I talk about fashion, like I said, like the name of my the name of my channel, fashion and lifestyle topics. If you like a variety, you like a range, and you're enjoying this content, please go ahead and consider subscribing as well. Now, Purse Blog and Todd's. I've talked about Todd's before and sung the praises for Todd's, and Lo Ye actually has been dabbling into the pre-owned market. Her videos that have been coming out recently have been pre-owned products, and she bought a gorgeous Todd's bag that she kind of refurbished, and she's been getting them at amazing prices too. And this Purse blog article more so was talking about basically why you should be looking at Todd's. Todd's is a really good brand, but it's not as popular mainstream that as your other brands that a lot more people talk about. And what I like about Todd's is the fact that the quality is there with their products. I will admit that they're similar to me like a Dooney and Burke, where Dooney and Burke has their core audience that they're like they're loyal people that are going to get the bags. Admittedly, there are some styles with Dooney and Burke that are dated and they could use a refresh. But the quality is there with Dooney and Burke. The leather feels supple, feels great. It's a good weighted bag, and I am a personal fan of their Florentine line, even though I have yet to have a piece in my collection from their Florentine line. And similar to that, I think about Todd's in that manner, where at a higher price point, you have this Italian fashion house that comes out with really great products. They have recently been trying to refresh. I know that Janae Naylor has carried Todd's. I know definitely a Todd's bag. I saw her in one of her vlogs over the last year. And then also Side de Silva, which she is, if you're a Housewives fan, you know who I'm talking about. If you're not, you may have seen her on YouTube, which is where I originally found her. And I know she's got a big Instagram following as well. But she also has been gifted or been allowed to borrow Todd's products and has been at a few fashion shows. I definitely do remember seeing that in some of her vlogs that she's done with fashion weeks. And Todd's, like I said, Todd makes a really good product. The early 1900s by Filippo Della Valle, I think is how you say his last name. Sorry if I'm butchering that, but it was founded a long time ago. So Todd's is definitely a storied, historic fashion house in its own right. And they have some beautiful pieces that I also don't own a Todd's piece as well, but I would love to. If I can find, I am so jealous of Lo Ye's de-styling bag. If I can find a very special, different one, I might have to get that bag because it is like this one you're seeing on the screen is like this is what I'm talking about when I say like a special one. Yes. Now the good thing about Taz is you have that craftsmanship that is there. You have the brand fashion history that is there, but for whatever reason it doesn't translate in popularity well. I think they have like mainstream popularity well. I think that they have a set of loyal followers and they've been working on trying to boost themselves past kind of the peak that they've been at for a long time. But this is a good time to get Todd's on the pre-owned side. That is how I've gotten a lot of my luxury pre-owned pieces is I usually go after great quality brands that not a lot of people are talking about. So like just and getting those at a really good price pre-owned, and Todd's is one of those. They have, like I said, the de-styling, the Holly is a classic. I don't Yeah, they still do make the Holly. They now have the T Timeless range, which they're not that good at naming them. But finding Todd's bags on the pre-owned market, you can find some gems, some good quality pieces for a really good price. And really, that was what the message was with this purse blog article. So I thought that would be fun to share with you all. We're going to talk about Gap and the Harlem Fashion Row collaboration. I posted on my community post about this, so you would have seen, hopefully you saw that post already. With this, I wanted to throw it on my community post, which I'm trying to get better at, because this is something where by the time you're seeing this video and I'm talking about it, I'm sure all the pieces have sold out. And that's just because of the time of when I record my videos. And so make sure you're checking out my community posts. I'm going to try to do a better job of sharing those things that I can't get to late quickly on that page, so that way you all can know about them and take advantage. But they partnered with, like I said, the Harlem Fashion Row, which I'm going to pull my little notebook closer here. It was propped up on something so I can read it out here. So Nagai, I hope I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing these names. Let me just go ahead and say this for all of them. Nagai, which is by Nicole King. Cap Hill, which is by Crystal A. Phillips. Rich Fresh, which is by Patrick Henry. Bruce Glenn, which Bruce and Glenn Proctor, they're actually brothers. They have a fashion house and then fashion brand, and then A Potts, which is by Aaron Potts. And they have taken their basically taken their twist and vision and reimagined some of the classic Gap pieces, and they're very interesting and cool. And I think these are good staple pieces to buy, as well as something that can be in your wardrobe for years to come because of the versatility and the classic element of them. But it's just something a little bit special and different about them. Let me know your thoughts. Have you bought anything? And make sure you throw those comments down below before you go. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.